everyone, so this is Rice Blazik here again with another movie review. Now, I've already seen this movie many times. It's School of Rock with Jack Black. Now, I wanted to bring this up because I noticed when I watch other YouTubers reacting to this movie, it does bother me that no one, even CinemaSins, shout out to them, even CinemaSins didn't mention this as a sin. And here's the thing. Okay, so School of Rock, if you've seen it, follow with me. The scene where Jack Black is in the classroom and the principal happens to walk in because she heard music, or another teacher heard music coming from the classroom. So she went to investigate. So imagine that scene, right? She goes into the classroom and she sees Jack Black writing on the board, E equals MC square, which that bothers me that no one ever points this out, how wrong it is. Like, first of all, why are you teaching a bunch of fourth graders, I believe they're fourth graders, why are you teaching a bunch of fourth graders Einstein's E equals MC square? E equals MC, isn't that energy equals mass times, or mass times equals MC squared to the second power, you know, mass times something to the second power. It's energy equals something. But anyway, so question, why is Jack Black teaching a bunch of fourth graders this? Like, fourth graders do not need to know that. And it also, what really bothers me is the principal doesn't immediately kick him out and say you're fired. Because I was a teacher, just so you guys know. I've been a teacher before. I taught second graders, and then I was a substitute teacher, and I've also been an assistant teacher in a classroom. Anyway, so that just bothers me. The principal, I know it's a movie, so you have to suspend your disbelief, but that just breaks me out of the movie. Because a lot of it's not based in reality, but then some parts are based in reality. Like him, well, okay, well, I should have taken that back, because there are a lot of scenes in that movie that, you know, aren't based in reality. Like, how did he, you know, prove that he's Ned Schneebly, right? When the principal calls the apartment and he convinces over the phone saying, oh, I'm Ned Schneebly, he shows up to the school. Like, first of all, you're gonna hire someone, you need to get their paperwork. So, and you most likely need an ID to show you're the person who you claim to be. I mean, I hope so. Most job interviews I went to as a teacher, I just showed my resume. I didn't really have to show my driver's license. Anyway, besides all, but if they looked you up, they would have seen a picture of you, and the picture would not match the guy standing there. So again, you gotta really suspend your disbelief. But the classroom scene really did bother me, because then from E equals MC squared, he goes and starts playing music and does basic arithmetic, which bothers me. So as a principal, of a school, seeing that, or even as a teacher, if I just happen to be working in that same school and I happen to walk in that classroom, seeing a quote-unquote substitute, he claims to be a substitute, teach this class, and he's teaching E equals MC squared, that would be a red flag. Like, why are you teaching E equals MC squared to a bunch of fourth graders, Einstein's equation? Then you jump from E equals MC squared, playing music to help teach, which is fine, but then you go to basic arithmetic. That bothers me. It's like, okay, so you jumped from this high-level equation, Einstein's equation, to basic arithmetic. Okay, so that's the second red flag. Also, I would ask, why don't you just, as a substitute, there should be a substitute folder in the classroom that substitutes use when the teacher's out, because the teacher usually has a folder for substitutes that they, have to create a curriculum when the days they're out, if they're sick, unplanned days, or even planned days when they have to go on a field trip as a chaperone, and maybe they're chaperoning another group of kids and your class is without you, right? They have to have a substitute, and there's usually a substitute folder from my experience. Anyway, so that's what really bothered me, that I've noticed on YouTube, like CinemaSins and a lot of YouTube reactors don't ever mention that. Now, some have mentioned E equals MC squared, but they don't ever think, why? They don't ever question, why is he teaching Einstein's equation to a bunch of fourth graders? But other than that, School of Rock is still a fun, silly movie. It's still entertaining. I can still watch it over and over again. Jack Black is hilarious. Very much like Chris Farley. Those who know Chris Farley is a big comedian actor. I mean, he's dead now, but when he, if you've seen Tommy Boy, I suggest you see Tommy Boy with Chris Farley. I know I'm going off. Usually I do that when I'm talking about one topic. I deviate to another, just branches off. So keep it short and sweet. That School of Rock, it's fun. That one scene is what bothered me though. Okay guys, bye.